So, welcome to Mathi Botanical Gardens. I want to recognize that this land was originally occupied by the three Fire Nations, the Anishinaabe, and to recognize and reaffirm the equitable use of land. So, it's an important thing, and Michigan has a big commitment to that. Let's see what else. There's a map and a schedule in your conference packet. So, you have that. If you have questions, please find someone wearing an Argus shirt. They know way more than us. Casey is the person if you have highly detailed questions, and she's wearing a green shirt over there. Let's see, during the breaks, you're free to wander the conservatory, and there's some great spaces here for you to maximize networking. And what I noticed last night is that we're not going to have any problem with networking. Okay, so we've given you this list of people to talk to today, so please try to spend the time. The breaks are long so that you can do that. Okay, Bill.
So I can give you a little bit of an overview of what the conference is going to look like. So really thank you to the speakers who have come to share their wisdom here. And Casey and the whole team we'll thank in a moment, but did a huge amount of work to kind of choreograph topics that would be relevant for people that are looking to run a farm stop, because they're kind of unique. You know, they do things differently. When you have 100 farms delivering every week in pickup trucks, and you don't know what's going to be there week to week, but it's beautiful. You know, how do you display those? How do you sell those? How do you pay the farms? It's totally not like a grocery store operation, and it's unique. So we wanted to have a track that goes through the operational aspects. You know, how do you add a cafe to it? Because it's a high margin business and helps you be able to pay the farmers more. What does that look like? So there's a real operational track. There's a policy track and a lot of information from the funders. You know, there's interest from a broad group to fund farms and models that can help connect the farms with their customers, as well as, you know, people that are experts in food systems and care deeply about it. So the agenda kind of pulses into thirds. We all get together in this room this morning. We're here for some general session. We have generous breaks for networking, normally like a half an hour, and some generous time for lunch so you can talk to people. That's also sometimes the most important part of these kind of these events, is the chance to talk to other people. So we want to make sure you had that. We then have breakouts after the general session, and then this afternoon we get back together. Katie Barr is going to lead a session with food policy experts and and people that know this field very well, sharing their insights, and then have breakouts. If you've signed up for the dinner, it's tonight at Zingerman's Roadhouse. And then tomorrow, Kathy leads off with a general session panel with some of the farmers that have participated in this model for years to share, you know, their experience with working with the farm stop model. And then we close after some more breakouts with Ari from Zingerman's, the founder of Zingerman's, about the inspiration of how to culturally build a business, because I think a lot of us are in addition to the food side, building businesses. So that's a little bit of the run of the day. I kind of want to be in every single room, but you'll have to make your choices, and I'll turn it back to Kathy.
Okay, I already covered some of the stuff I was supposed to do at this point, but I did point out Casey, but I also want to call out our planning team for this conference, because if any of you have ever held a conference, it's not the same as having people to dinner. It's a way different experience. So our conference team is Mark Maynard, Katie Barr, Laura Matney, Sue Burke, Jean Stepp, who is literally a customer who's a conference planner who volunteered her services with us, which is crazy, and Meg Goldwyn, who's up there with her husband Dave, because of course we rope everybody in our family into things. But that's our team. I also want to say, are there any elected officials here? Like, I know Sue Schenk is registered. Well, yeah, come on, Laura. You're just a trustee. It's important to know your elected officials because they can help you with all kinds of things. I know Gretchen's back there, and she was mayor of Saline and is a trustee in Dexter now. Is that what you are? But Sue Schenk and Jennifer Conlon will be here at some point. So that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So one question is, so what is a farm stop? So look at it as a model that's really designed to connect farmers to customers in a new way, in a powerful way that is a kind of a companion to farmers markets. They're taking off kind of across the country. We're fortunate to have 10 of them here or plus, I think, from across the country now. And it is a group that has had some success. And so as you're looking for innovation in the food system, this kind of farm stop approach, we'll get more into it in the presentation. Our general session after near the end of this session today, we'll delve into 3 farm stops and how they all operate. I want to give also credit to local roots. The inspiration for Argus Farm Stop came when Kathy and I were dropping our middle son off at the College of Worcester 11 years ago, and we happened into local roots. And it was this amazing experience where, the first day we noticed, wow, all these goods are owned by the farms set the prices, and it's open every day. And we met, the farmer dropping off eggs, and he had chicks in his truck, and who knew that chicks get mailed through the U.S. mail system? I didn't know that. And then we happened to be back there like a month later. We said, we got to go to that store again. That was cool. And that time we met the blueberry farmer, and she explained the difference between first pick blueberries, which are the prime, and also second, third pick. They're good, but it's just if you get a chance for first pick blueberries, that's where it's at. And we suddenly felt like we were part of this food community down there after visiting twice. And we thought, why not bring this model back to Ann Arbor and see if someone else could do it? That was our original goal. And through the 100 conversations that we had, talking to our farmers market, talking to farmers, we decided to jump in and do it. And so this, is kind of the rest of the story. But it started with local roots. And also the Wild Ramp is here from Huntington, West Virginia. They've also been around a long time, longer than us. They do a nonprofit version of the Farm Stop there. And I'll just have a little story. As we thought about this conference last summer, we reached out to Adam at Local Roots. We said, we're thinking about this conference. We've wanted to do it. And he said, same thing. He said, yeah, we've wanted to do it too. And, we each have people coming into our stores all the time asking, how do you do this? What does it take? How do you get one of these things going? And, his comment was, he said, starting a conference like this is going to be like starting a dance party. He said, we're just going to have to get up there and start dancing and hope other people join us. And so I think with that, I wanted to just recognize the Farm Stop people here. If you're working in a Farm Stop kind of situation, could you guys stand up? And stay standing here. If you're working kind of in a local food selling kind of environment, can be co-op or anything else. Also, please stand up. Any other on the food selling side, and then those with an interest in food systems from a funding, policy, personal or other perspective, please stand up. Okay, so I think Adam, this qualifies as a dance party. And we're really happy to have you all here. I'm going to turn it back to Kathy.
Last one. So we need to thank our sponsors, because who knew how hard it is to do a conference, and to do a conference you need to have sponsors. And these people have just stepped right up. So they're all listed right here, but we've got groups from the University of Michigan, the Sustainable Food Systems Initiative, the Janie's Mill, AdSit Organics. I can't. Just look at the list and make sure you go over and say hi to them, because it really makes a difference to have people who care about what you're doing and support what you're doing. And our premier sponsor for this event is the Fair Food Network. And so they are awesome. And I totally recommend learning about their history, because they have had such an impact around the nation with Double Up Food Box and food access programming that it started here, right?